Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Well, it's Sunday afternoon, and I wanted to give a weekly update on my current buy recommendations. It was a really good week. Everything was up except for copper and platinum were down a little bit after having pretty big weeks the week before. But given what the market did, a nice diversified portfolio like the buy recommendations here is a pretty good thing. So let's get into it. Let's first take a look at the S&P 500. Again, I'm short. I'm betting that the market is going to go down. And this is a weekly chart. So each one of these bars represents a week of price action. So you can see the overall market was down 1.66%. You can see where my stop is. If prices on a weekly close go much above 6,100, I'm going to stop myself out and take I think it was a 1.5% loss. But right now, things look good as we had a bearish reversal pattern this week where this red bodied candle, which means prices opened at the top and closed at the bottom of the weekly price action, and that totally engulfed the prior bullish bar that we had, the white bar. So that's a bearish reversal pattern, and you can see I've highlighted other ones, and they've come at really all the significant tops going back to the middle of 2023. So anyway, I'm expecting more downside. The reason why I went short again was this is our bullish channel, and you can see that prices are overbought as they are accelerating above the resistance line, which now has become support. And so this is an overbought market, and we have our relative strength index, our RSI, is hitting lower highs, and that's flashing a negative divergence sign. So I'm expecting more downside. The seasonality is still pointing to more downward pressure into early March. Again, seasonality is just one factor that I take into consideration. So, on beginning of March, am I going to go bullish? Not necessarily, but I'll certainly pay attention to what seasonality has to do. But again, this is one factor out of 15 factors that I look at to make a recommendation. Fixed income, the latest buy recommendation, it bounced back nice this week, up almost 0.5%. And our big inverse head and shoulders pattern is still intact. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, like a man or woman hanging upside down. Here's the neckline. And the price projection based on this pattern, as long as we don't break our stop at approximately 91, is 103, which, let's say the market goes down and bonds go up and treasuries go up and we get a nice coupon at the end of this month, and that will certainly help my portfolio, and hopefully it'll help your portfolio. So I'm bullish on most high quality fixed income, especially treasuries, because I don't know how big this decline is going to be yet. There's some signs that it could be substantial, major. There's also, I just take it one day at a time. So again, our 10-year Treasury ETF IEF looks great so far, knock on wood, and it looks like prices should go higher. Exelon, the utility company. Again, this was a buy recommendation back in October. And this was the big 2-year pattern of a descending triangle. And with the breakout, it suggested a price projection of 51, which was 35% higher than where we were at the time of the buy recommendation. Actually, it was November 18th that I suggested buying this, and we came down and retested that breakout, and now prices have been really on a nice trajectory here. So again, this had a big dividend too. I'm not going to quote one because I don't want to get it wrong, but I want to say it was 5%. So anyway, Exxon looks great. It's interest rate sensitive, so hopefully if bonds go up, Exxon will go up also. China looks great. Here's again an inverse head and shoulders pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. Broke out, came back and tested. We got long way back here based on a smaller pattern. Um, and when we had like this huge up week and I said sell some, we got this other huge up week, I said sell some. And then we got a big down week. And so I start buying gradually smaller shares of what I sold back. And so you want to be doing kind of the same thing here now. So, we had a big up week 2 weeks ago. We had a big up week this week, up 3.5%, a lot more upside, adding alpha to your portfolio and diversification. But again, I'd be selling a little bit into the strength. So um, China looks great. Silver. This was the recommendation before fixed income. So it was one of my later ones. And here we had a buy recommendation. I've showed you we had an up week, up 1%. Um, I've shown you larger charts going back like 15 years on silver and the fact that we've broken out of a consolidation there. So the upside in silver is enormous. The potential, again, the only thing that scares me about silver right now is that gold is really, really overbought and getting very popular. And when that happens and people are chasing a security, I tend to not like it. So again, I'm selling small amounts, small increments. And when I get a pullback, I'll be buying more. And I'll give you on the next update, I'll give the bigger chart picture because I want to own a lot of silver. Copper, the had a down week. You can see I talked about last week and this doji star, which reflects indecision right at our resistance level of this triangle. And I said, hopefully you were selling into this, um, sell some. And a doji star reflects indecision. It's usually sets up a reversal. And so this week we got a down week of 2.29%. Um, I'd like to raise my stop at some point, but I don't see a place to do that since this went vertical on us. Again, copper. So this is the ETF, CPER. This is the actual copper futures. And this is, let me go back. Let's see. Um, This is a weekly chart. Each one of these bars represents a week. And this pattern, this triangle that we're hitting our head on is 2.5 years in the making. So it's a big pattern, but we don't have a clean breakout yet. But we do have this symmetrical triangle that we've broken out. And this symmetrical triangle is suggesting a $34 price projection, which would break us out of this larger triangle. So I hope that makes sense to you. So 2.5 years on the one that we're trying to break out of. Let me go to the actual copper futures because we have like a gigantic 15-year pattern that we're trying to break out of here. So here you go, copper. So here we go. Again, we need a breakout, let's say above 475. If we get that, this pattern is suggesting an $8 price projection, which is would be very, very nice for us. So this is a big picture in copper. and it looks good. We had a slight down week, down 2.5%. See if I can go back here. But after, a few huge weeks, this is just a minor pullback. So what was I doing this week after selling the week before last? I was gradually, slowly starting to buy my some of the copper that I sold back. Platinum had a down week, down 1%. And again, we're just still in a huge consolidation. This is 1, 2, 3 years in the making. And so, our stop is down here at 82.5. We have some support here with the cluster of moving averages. And so, we had a big up week about 3 weeks ago, and then we had another up, then we had a flat week and another up week. So again, on those up weeks, I'm scaling back little by little. So what was I doing this week? I'm buying, slowly buying back what I sold. And part of that reason is we're still in the big consolidation. We haven't broken out. Sorry about that. So platinum looks good. Um, Everything's still intact. And T-bills, where am I putting my cash? I'm putting my cash in the 3-month ETF, TBIL. It pays about a 5.10 or 5.15 coupon dividend, and it pays that monthly, 12th of that monthly. And so you can see even my cash was up 0.1%. And so again, when people get afraid, they're going to go put money into something like this. Um, and if the market continues to uh, do as expected and pull back, then this should be a good hiding place. Thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Please like and subscribe. I may be coming out with a recommendation later this evening, so stay tuned. Hope you had a great weekend and good trading next week. Adios.